What up, JP Nation? It's your boy JP. Today we are reacting to why you never talk trash to Larry Bird. It will backfire on you. Larry Bird's the greatest trash talker of all time. So why in the world are you going to talk trash to Larry Bird? Don't you know you're going to get your ass whooped and destroyed? And you're going to be crying to your mama, unfortunately. So, joking. But I always enjoy these Larry Bird stories. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hopefully it's a story we haven't really heard before. So please put in the comments what you want me to react to next and like this video. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Welcome to the day that Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics found themselves entangled in a heated exchange of trash talk with the Atlanta Hawks. Little did the Hawks know that this fiery exchange would become the catalyst for an unforgettable performance by Larry Bird, and this video brings you that performance. This story is not very well known, so the available footage from this Hawks game is limited, but we did include the footage that has been found in this video. But to maintain the flow and immerse our audience in the moment, we've incorporated some clips from other Atlanta Hawks games for transparency, with NBA players that were involved on this day that talk about what happened and this insane story. To truly appreciate Larry Bird's iconic display, it's essential to dive into the backstory, which provides critical context. But I must note that if you want to skip forward, feel free, you just will be missing some important context. Full credit to all the footage and videos are on display on the screen right now, so don't forget to check them out, and they're also linked in the description box down below. If you enjoyed this video and desire more content just like this one, please support us by giving us a thumbs up. Let's aim for 3,000
You've been
likes
making great videos. Shout out to
and feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want more Larry Bird videos just like this one. I trust that you will enjoy this video, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting.
There we go. Let's go. December 25th, 1985. Christmas Day! Celtics and Knicks. Best team versus worst team.
We lost the Christmas game, a double overtime game in New York. Played really poorly, had every chance to win that game.
On Christmas Day, there was more than presents that came unwrapped. Got their stocking stuffed with a game out of character, but it would later serve as an inspiration for preventing something similar ever to occur again. With Boston leading by 25 midway through the third quarter, New York mounted a comeback, led by the charge of Patrick Ewing.
Wow. Boston was up by 25 points? Ewing started busting that.
The potential of what the Knicks can possibly do with a Patrick Ewing. He's got great speed, and when he gets up the
that's his rookie season too.
Lead is 7 again.
Oh my God.
18 for Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing.
In an improbable script, and Patrick Ewing has been the engineer. A stunning upset.
Wow.
They were down by 25 points, and they came back. And this has got to be one of the big comebacks we have seen in many years.
That's where the team got together. Everybody got together and said, man, we got to play better than this. I mean, you know, we've been to the finals now 3 straight years. That would have been our 3rd straight year going to the finals. Been the finals 2 straight years. This is our best team we've had together.
We always had good teams.
86 Celtics.
Definitely our best team.
Yeah.
I mean, with Bill Walton coming in as your backup, Scotty Webb, Jerry Sixteen, I mean, we were loaded. Just a stacked team.
86
Celtics.
Celtics.
The prime of the best players on that team. It was the prime of Bird, who was MVP that year. It was a prime of McHale.
After games, used to always come in the locker room and pop a beer. And like, we'd win a game, Bill would come in and open a beer. And I was like, that was the best game I've ever been involved in. The next night, that was the absolute best game I've ever been involved with.
If DJ and Chief were still in their prime, and that team was healthy.
We were a different group of guys. We had won a lot, and we expected to win.
Following the Christmas Day game against the Knicks, the Boston Celtics squad was disheartened by surrendering a 25-point lead, ultimately losing. The New York Knicks were the worst team in the entire association, and the Celtics were on a championship hunt.
Yeah.
The loss to New York on Christmas Day was something that was embarrassing to the players, but yet we have the makeup of personalities on the team that nothing really gets them down for long, and they were able to bounce back and carry on. And you have to do that over an 82-game schedule. You can't have those lows that are going to carry on for days, and you want to just keep consistent play and carry on.
Good point by Chris Ford. Rest in peace.
The effects of the Christmas Day game were not visibly detected. To change their mood and approach would certainly mean a greater defeat for the Celtics than the one in Madison Square Garden.
everybody said, okay, look, man, we're dedicated. We lost the Christmas game, a double overtime game in New York, played really poorly, had every chance to win that game. And afterward, everybody got together and said, man, we got to play better than this.
Our team's challenges were to stay focused because we could win in any type of game.
It's good to see Celtics
I remember Bill
outside the
We were
court.
a very close team, and every night after the game, we were out together, usually in the Scotch and Sirloin. And one night we were sitting around very late and having a really good time.
Of course,
we're really close to the championship here. How about we make a vow right now, right here and now, amongst ourselves, that nobody will take another drink until we win the championship.
We're not going to drink.
I love it.
I'm winning it this year.
And everybody goes, yeah, I'll drink to that. And then Kevin, after about a 30-second pause of everybody saying, yeah, this is great, Kevin said, well, we're going to win the championship this year, aren't we?
So Bill said, well, of course, Everybody quit drinking, and we all got together. And from that point on, I think we were like 16-10.
The Celtics had beat the rap of Christmas Day and were riding a winning streak in January. But getting blown out in the first half in Atlanta, the streak seemed in jeopardy. Boston had visions of the infamous Christmas Day game dancing through their heads and decided to mount a comeback of their own, which was inspired by more than just Christmas memories.
We're playing a game down in Atlanta, and this is how long ago this was, because Atlanta was a good team. And they had Dominique and Doc Rivers and Reggie Theus and Kevin the Penguin Willis and Tree Rollins and all these guys.
And Atlanta had been waiting on this for a month to just get us. They've been on the roll.
86 Hawks team were really good.
Coming in that they had this kind of emotion built up already.
They were really good.
Atlanta. They talk trash. They're up by 20 at halftime.
Yeah, that was in
the crowds yelling and all that stuff.
And we are getting hammered. We're just getting killed. We're down 25 at the half, and they're all trash talking, and fans are throwing stuff at us.
Wow.
Kill you, Celtic Bird, Walt, McHale, Parrish, DJ. You guys are all frauds. What are you talking about?
Oh, no.
With the exception of Dominique Wilkins, who had too much class to ever say a thing.
Shout out to Doc.
First quarter off and just ran us off the court. At halftime, we're down 23.
So we come in at halftime, we're just sulking in there with tails between our legs. We walk in, we're sitting in the locker room, and Casey Jones, our fantastic coach, the most like John Wooden of any coach I've ever been a part of.
KC Jones got on us 3 times really hard. And that halftime talk he gave is one of the best I've ever heard.
Casey walks in, he looks at us, looks at his watch, doesn't say a word, walks over to the cooler, pulls out a beer. Pops the beer, goes and sits down, pounds down the beer, just sitting there. Finishes the beer, looks at his watch, looks at us, goes over to the cooler and gets a second beer.
Wow.
Pops the beer, pounding it down, doesn't say a word. Looks at his watch, looks around at us, goes and gets a third beer, does the same thing. And then he gets up, looks at his watch for the final time, and he says,
a lot of you guys have been here for a long time, but obviously you don't know what it means to be a Celtic. You know, the whole thing.
Wow.
It was not enough that they had a 23-point lead at the time, but they also had to verbalize at halftime. About Paris said they're talking at us, they're slamming us, and then they're talking more. And he never screamed or never yelled, and he goes, we got it in us to come back and win this game, but we have to do it. We got to dictate the second half of how we want to play.
Yeah.
let's go.
And then the team comes out in the second half, just eye of the tiger.
And we went back out the second half, and everyone responded.
So we go out there and we're warming up. We'll start the third quarter. And they got a record sellout crowd there at the Omni. And they're going to start the third quarter. And you watch an NBA game, and nobody wants to ever take the ball out of bounds because they know they're never going to get it back.
Right.
Larry Bird always took the ball out of bounds. The selfless sacrifice that was Larry Bird's defining personal characteristic, what he would do to make other people's dreams come true. He's going to take the ball out of bounds, and that referee comes, and the referee hands the ball to Larry to start the third. We're down 25. Larry takes the ball and pushes it back into the midsection of the referee so that he can't get away. And the referee is like startled, staggered. What's going on here? We're all right there right in front of the Celtic bench. And Larry looks right into the soul, right through the eyes of that referee. And he says to him, we're not going to quit. You make sure you don't quit
Oh man, you gotta love Larry Bird. We're not gonna quit. You make sure you don't quit either. Oh god, typical Larry Bird right there. Woo-wee. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Josh just like belching on the spot.
And we got out there and we ended up beating them.
And then the second half started, and it was just phenomenal because he just kept going. Larry hit 11 straight shots to
Wow.
the 30, including 7 threes. We were tied at the end of the third. We won in overtime. We did not need a plane to get home.
Wow.
Up from three. Yes,
They got hot. Responded. Pump fake. Oh no, not Doc. Jeez. It always goes bad for the Atlanta Hawks, unfortunately. Oh, good pass.
Sometimes it gets in the fourth quarter and 3 or 4 minutes ago when everybody will come and say, okay, Larry, it's time to take over. You know, that's the greatest feeling in the world. Here you're playing with some of the best players in the game, and here they come to you and say, okay, it's time to take over the game.
Good rebound.
That's a heck of a feeling.
Knowing what to do before everybody else knows what to do. And that's the type of speed he has, and that's what makes him the fastest player in the league.
There's something within me that just says, hey, if you're going to be the best, you got to work at it, and I'm not afraid to work, especially it's something I love to do.
In the second half, the Celtics shot 64% from the floor, and led by Bird's 41 points, Boston nailed down the comeback 125-122 in overtime, sending a message to everyone.
That was my favorite regular season win from the '86 team, which was my favorite team.
Larry Bird, you're awesome.
You know, first I want to say something. Casey Jones never drink a beer at halftime. That's the biggest bunch of BS Unless Bill was drinking one with him.
I know the Celtics made a pact to not drink it to the win NBA championship. They did that season, and they was able to drink again. One of the greatest teams of all time. Larry Bird won his 3rd straight MVP. Yo, man, that's a hilarious trash talk story. It just seems like Atlanta just doesn't come off good at the end. Because they be all hyped and all trash talk, and they were like, oh yeah, we're about to blow Boston out the court. And all of a sudden, Boston just makes a comeback and just torch them, or they'll just torch them from the beginning. So, man, Dominique, man, one of the best players of all time, man. That 86 Hawks team was really good, but it has nothing on the 86 Celtics. That's probably one of the top 3 teams of all time. So, yeah, don't ever talk trash and all that to Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics at that time, because it will backfire, just like it backfired right there, especially in that 3rd quarter when Larry Bird got himself rolling. I would love to hear, like, what type of trash talk it was during the game. What did so-and-so said and stuff. I wouldn't expect Dominique to trash talk because he has so much class and respect. But what did other people say? So, yeah, man. So great video by Nick Smith NBA. Comment down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. If you want more Larry Bird content, please give it a thumbs up and like the video like I said. I'm JP. We'll see you next video.